Tintin. We never talked about Tintin.
The Adventures of Tintin.
Huge movie.
That was, yeah, it was rather big.
Jeez, yeah, that's, I mean.
Did a nice, there was $130 million budget, $135 million.
That's all?
Yeah, I think that's all that they could scrounge up was $130 million.
It must be so weird to sell that to like, to the production, like to Sony or whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, $130 million. What? Yeah. But then it
took that much. Yeah, it took that much. It was still new. The technology, that level of the technology was new because Avatar had really shown what that performance capture could be.
Right.
And it was still at the, like when Hanks did Polar Express, which was done in, that was one of the first, if not the, it might be. You can see
it getting better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And then they were able to move after, when we did Tintin, after that, when they were doing the Planet of the Apes trilogy, they were able to then move the equipment off the soundstage. And they shot, if you remember the scene on the Golden Gate Bridge with the monkey, with the big attack.
They shot it on the bridge? It
was actually shot there. So they were able to do it outside. They were able to move the equipment from in the ceiling that we had out.
And that's
it was just
seamless.
incredible. And
well, Tintin is just, has such amazing adventure scenes,
Yeah. It was incredible to watch. I actually said this to Stephen. Throughout my career, probably because I've always been an old man, I always felt like I was late. Like I got into stand-up, I was still 17, 18 years old, but it was at the tail end of the boom. It was, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
no, me too. We should have, before us, you could just show up in LA and be like, I'm a comic. They'd be like, here's a sitcom.
Yeah, meet you at the airport. Here's the deal. Sign it.
Yeah. All right, right away.
But I always felt, like I was late. I started auditioning for sitcoms. I was already 35.
Right.
So I wasn't there when I was 20, so I always felt like I was late. But I told Stephen when we were doing Tintin, it was the first time in my career I felt like I was at the beginning of something instead of at the end of something. Because working, Jamie Bell was a sweetheart. Daniel Craig is a sweetheart.
Your character was Barnaby, also a pivotal character.
Yes, Barnaby was an important character.
Very.
But out of everybody it was really big names in there. James Bond and Billy Elliot. There's a very big.
Right. Who else was in that? I mean, it was just Starr.
Andy Serkis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's who I couldn't wait to see work, because Andy is the chaplain of performance capture. He is the guy, the king of it. And watching him work,
did you feel like Barnaby was like you, but like almost a caricature of you, like they blew up your nose?
I had to be. Yeah, I was the loud American. I was the only American in the cast. Barnaby's the only American in the movie.
Right. Yeah, I never even
they make a point of it. Yeah, that he was an American. But the whole rest of it.
And also, there are no white people in the Bible. Someone just told me that.
That's
like,
true.
What?
That is also technically true.
Right. I'm like, there's
no Vikings. There were no Vikings in the Bible.
White people. It's a weird tangent, but they're both true statements.
That's very true.
You're the only American in Tintin. There's no white people in the Bible.
Go hand in hand. They are the left and right hand of this conversation. Yeah. Man, how you can weave stuff together, Stephen. It's incredible.
So you got to work with Spielberg. You got to work directly. He directed you in the scenes.
Yeah, he was there. That's the weird thing about the great thing about the technology for the director and the producers and everything is that it can move very fast. For the actors, it's terrifying because you're working with almost nothing.
You're blind.
And at an incredibly fast rate. Like we went from...
You might as well be blind. Like you might as well be...
Well, yeah. But like when you're shooting something, well, this is the way it was. In the ceiling, it looked like a drop ceiling was taken out because there were all these cross sections and at every cross section was a camera up there.
Okay.
And then there was a ring of about 12 camera people around you with handhelds.
Oh my gosh.
Around. And then Stephen with this, it looked like a game controller. He's looking at
I thought you were just in a studio just doing the voiceover.
No. We were in performance. We were in the suits. We had markers on our faces.
You wear the balls, the whole thing?
Yeah, with the helmet and the camera. Yeah.
Oh,
that's why somebody asked Jamie Bell about it. Going, well, you just finished doing voiceover work for The Adventures of Tintin, and Jamie goes, I broke a rib. We did more than just voiceover, and he did. Right. He fractured a rib.
You have to do the scene. You have to do the scene.
Yeah, that's why it was terrifying. In that you're not in costume. No one's in costume. The props are wire outlines of instruments that have markers. You're markered. The cameramen are not. Neither was Steven. So they could be. Steven was one in the scene where I get shot.
Stand right next to you.
Yeah, when I got shot and fell down, and I'm right. trying to spell out the thing on the newspaper. Steve Spielberg's this close to me.
Oh God!
Right in my face.
Oh God!
And so working like that was really difficult because the cameras didn't pick him up.
Yeah, yeah.
And
what's he whispering to you? Is he like, "Listen, Joe"?
Oh yeah, no. He wanted more, more. More.
Cry. You gotta cry.
He was, he was doing, and Peter Jackson was watching live from New Zealand because he was the producer of it, and every now and then he would chime in and he would just go, Stephen, and it was a voice out of the air,
just a booming voice.
Yeah. So when he talked to you, what he goes, Joe, and Peter, you're looking at nothing. Yeah.
Right. Yes, God.
So that was
you're fired.
That was intense. I'll tell you something funny though. When
it's like the scene in Tropic Thunder where he's like, "Who's the biggest gaff? Who's the biggest guy on the set?" And he's like, "I guess I am." Go and punch him in the face. He goes, "Sorry about this."
Show business, baby.
Yeah. Got to get it done. Got to get. Yeah. Spielberg's gonna be right there, right in your ear, telling you what to say.
It was intense.
That's a tough way to have to act. It really is.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's just it's like why?
But it's great. We shot the whole film, I think, in 28 days.
Right, and
because
to create that film live action would have cost $2 billion.
Oh yeah,
or more.
Couldn't have been done. But they went from the library scene to the middle of the ocean in 5 minutes.
Right. And it's a beautiful film. It really is.
It actually is. It's a great
popcorn movie. It's just beautiful just to watch it. You know what I mean? It's
a popcorn movie. It's just a mind escape, type of film.
It's one of those, I think, that won't go away,
Hopefully they do the others because it was originally going to be a trilogy.
Oh.
And there's talk every now and then when Jamie's interviewed.
They're so expensive though that I guess they're like, should we roll the dice?
Well, the thing is, Steven always has 7 things slated. Not that he doesn't just direct; he produces so much stuff. And Andy has become the king of, Star Wars, Marvel, Planet of the Apes. He's got a busy schedule.
My God,
he's not waiting for the clubs to open.
No.